Hey, welcome back to Hood Shaka Live. I'm DJ Hood Shaka. I got to remind you to go to djhoodshaka.com, support your people, get a t-shirt or something, you feel me? I'm saying though, so if you've been tracking the news, and I'm hoping that you've been tracking the news, then you know Andrew Brown Jr. was shot dead by the police, right? All right, I know you're like, what's new? I get it, you know what I mean? So what's crazy is that the police, from what I understand, they showed the family of Andrew Brown Jr. a minute and a half clip of the body camera, you know what I'm saying, of the police that shot him, I guess. And they said that it was an execution. They said the police executed him, But so a little history is basically, from what I could gather, the police in a little armed task force, they came and they came in a truck to deliver a drug dealer warrant. And they had body cameras on, right? Somehow, the guy tries to escape. And that makes sense. And then they shoot him. You know what I'm saying? They shoot him in the back of the head. All right, so, and then the family of Andrew Brown does an independent autopsy. And the autopsy shows that he was shot like 4 times in the arm and then 1 time in the back of the head. Now, they were trying to, I don't know what they was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to try to guess and put myself in their mind. This is what I will say. This is, once again, a senseless murder of an African-American male. If this had been a Hispanic male, then I would be saying this is the senseless murder of a Hispanic male. If this was a white male, I would say this is a senseless murder of a white male. That's what I would say. However, it seems as if these police are consistently and massively aggressive and escalate force, deadly force, when it applies to people that look like me. You know this dude named Dylan Roof who went in the church and killed all of those people in that church? You know, he tried to run. They didn't shoot him in the back of the head. Even after he had killed those brown people in that church, they offered him a sandwich. Did you hear what I said? He goes into a church. He murders these people. He tries to run when the police gets there to apprehend him. He didn't get killed. They offered him a sandwich after they arrested him. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. Listen, you call the police. The police show up and they basically do whatever they want to do. They do whatever they decide to do because they have the authority to do so. Something is wrong with that picture. I'll tell you this, though. Look at this guy's face. If the police ever showed up at my house, now I would never call the police, but if the police showed up at my house, the only way they would do whatever they wanted to do is if I was dead. You understand what I'm saying? I pay the taxes on the homes that I own. And I believe in personal defense. So I'm not going to let anybody come into my situation, whether they got a warrant or not, and do whatever they want to do. Listen, I'm so tired of the same narrative, and I'm tired of the media always pushing the same narrative. You know why you know that people are black and white? Because the individuals who created calling people black and white in America started it. They created this colorism. Don't be mad at the black guy who's calling himself black because for hundreds of years he was taught that. He was taught that to call himself a color for hundreds and hundreds of years. But you don't know that? So don't be mad at the black guy for calling himself a black guy or the black guy calling people white people. Well, who called people white people first? This came in America. This originated in America. People defining the word white and then attaching that definition and that color to a group of people. And magically, those were the group of people who did all the horror in America. So it's very difficult. You created this monster. So you need to uncreate this monster. Listen, if you're of African descent, if you look like this, when are you going to unify? What are you going to do to move collectively and collaboratively? What are you going to do to move together so that people cannot do this? There is no accountability. You keep depending on a system that murders you over and over and over, and you think it's okay. You keep relying on this system. This system hates you. Can you not see this? Why can't you see that this system hates you? You keep going to a system that hates you. I don't understand this thinking. I would rather die than try to depend on a system that is established against me, that always meets me with aggression and consistently kills me on camera. They kill you on camera so much that you cheer at a guilty verdict of them killing you on camera. It don't even have to be proven because it's right here on camera. No one even has to use the scientific research and all these scientists that say this and, the autopsy report said this, and then you murdered on camera over and over. And while I'm on this topic, okay, you're murdered on camera over and over. You're always reminded that you were enslaved over and over. Every MLK birthday, what they do, they beat you on television over and over. The school system diagnosing you with behavior disorders over and over. They diagnose you with mental disorders over and over. When are you going to wake up? When? When are you going to wake up and start doing for you? I keep telling people it's unify or die. And people are like, what? What do you see on the news? Are you dying? You're not unifying. Then, people keep saying, okay, they'll come out with the movement. Black Lives Matter, right? Tired of people with that movement as well. So tired of that. I'm hearing that the owners of the creator of BLM, I'm hearing about their real estate purchases. They They do a smear campaign on them, on the founders of the BLM. Oh, they're buying real estate in white neighborhoods and they're moving to white neighborhoods while they're saying Black Lives Matter. They discredit you on every single level, and they do it over and over. If you do not unify, you are going to continue to die. What don't you understand about this? Is very simple. This is simple mathematics. This is 1 + 1. This is really 1 + 1. You thinking that you're going to be equal is 0 + 0. Has no value. What you're considering and wanting for as equality has no value in America. Why do you keep asking for it? Why do you keep wanting it? I understand that you've been taught to want this stuff. I get it. It's hundreds of years of programming. But you got to understand that you need to break away from this system. You need to break away from this programming. Come on, man. I saw this college professor talking about the history of the police and how initially they were slave patrol. They were patrolling different plantations in different areas to ensure and enforce the law of the land. Because people forget this a lot of times. They forget that the law of the land was slavery. So the law enforcement individuals were enforcing the law, and they were slave patrollers. They were making sure that the people who were free were safe. In order for them to be safe, and guess what? They had to make sure that enslaved people were in place and where enslaved people were supposed to be, which is under management on the plantation. Hear what I just said? Under management on the plantation. What don't you understand? I keep telling you it's unify or die. And you keep dying and dying. I'm not telling you to be angry at other people because I'm not angry at other people. I'm angry at you. You will not unify. Why are you mad that they are killing you? Why don't you unify? If you unify, guess what? Everything that I'm talking about has already been mentioned and it has already been done, and you won't even repeat a logical process. But what you will do is go into the streets and talk to armed militia with your hands up in the air. Stop, don't shoot. Look, take these hands that you got in the air, put them down, place them on the ground, start doing some push-ups and some sit-ups. Start becoming a physically fit individual. Start doing marksmanship training. You got to create your own version of enforcement. You got to create a nation within a nation. You got to separate. If you do not separate, the only thing you will see is devastation. Keep your job. Be peaceful. I'm just saying. You got to stay vigilant, but you don't have to be violent. Stay vigilant, but not violent. As long as violence is not delivered to you. But if violence is delivered to you, You need to think, meet aggression with aggression. I can never understand, and it's going to always escape me. The fact that you think that you can meet aggression with peace, and you think you're going to get peace. It doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, you can be vigilant, but not violent. Don't be violent. Don't be mad at these crazy people who keep doing all this crazy stuff over and over and over and over. But you need to have your own policing system. You need to police your own communities. If you police your own communities, then guess what? Police won't come to your door with a search warrant saying, you know what? This individual right here has drugs and we have a drug arrest warrant for him. You police your own community and guess what? That drug dealer won't exist. Now, it makes no sense. Listen, family, I'm not against you. I just want you to know that I'm not against you. So I understand that some of the things that I'm saying, they kind of difficult to swallow. I'm not against you though, family. But you got to create your own. You got to police your own. You got to stop trying to rely on these people to help you. Because it seems as if they harm you more than they help you. Look, man. If I am a person that is breaking the law and someone calls the police on me or they have a warrant for my arrest, if I make a decision to leave or try to escape, that's not worth my life. You're not going to be able to tell me why I should be murdered because I'm trying to escape from being arrested. I don't want to go to jail. Oh, well, you shouldn't have did what you did. Okay. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have did what I did. That's getting me the drug arrest warrant. But I don't want to go to jail, so I'm trying to get away. What are you talking about? That's not worth my life. That's not worth my life. It's not worth me being shot in my arms and in the back of my head. It's just not. Look, I'm going to tell you this, family. When law enforcement sees you, they can't see you. I know you don't understand, but they can't see you. They see the color of your skin. They don't see who you are as an individual. They see who society has said that you were. Look at the movies. When you see people that look like me, what are they doing? Are they criminals? Are they doing something stupid? Are they doing things that's completely illogical? Society has typecasted you. Society is telling everyone that you are something bad. So when they see you, they can't even see you because they see you through a lens of society. And society has told them that you're violent, that you're aggressive, that you are a criminal in your nature, that you are bad in your nature, that you will harm in your nature. That's what society tells them. How does society tells them that? You are programmed. Look at all the television shows. that you watch and that you love. Look at the movies that you enjoy on almost every level. And when I say almost every, I'm talking about 97% of the time. If you look like this, you're going to be saying stupid things. You're going to sound like you're not intelligent. You're going to be making decisions that make anyone logically conclude that you don't have intelligence. In the movies, if you are the quote unquote hero, you're going to be the hero because someone who didn't look like you taught you how to be a hero. They gave you the knowledge on how to be a hero. These messages are telling you that you're stupid without me, that you're dumb and that you're a criminal and that you are wrong. Everything about you is wrong. That's what they're saying. Why you can't see this, man? You need to wake up. Why you can't see this, woman? You need to wake up. Society paints minorities with a horrible brush. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get in your car. After you get in your car, crank that car up. Now, this is what I want you to do. I don't know if you're parked on a road or if you're parked in the driveway. But whenever you get to the road, I want you to look at the name of the road that you're on. Then I want you to go down to the stop sign or the stop signal. Now I want you to make a right. But before you make that right, I want you to look at that road. Look at all the roads. Look at who they're named after. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to drive past 7 schools. Look at the names of these schools. Look at who they're named after. The collegiate institutions. Look at their names. Look at their name. Look at who they're named after. I want you to think about what you enjoy in life. Let's say you enjoy sports. Who own these sports teams? Do they look like you? I'm talking about who own them. Not who has this small 3% ownership in the stock. Because there are some minorities who create an investment group and then they take that investment group and they buy a small piece of a team and then they call themselves an owner. Yeah, they are a partial owner, but they're not the owner. They don't make no decisions. Who makes the decisions? That's the owner. But who are the owners of these sports that you enjoy so much? These products that you use. Who are the owners of these companies? Listen, in every way possible, you are dominated. You have nothing. You are constantly reminded on every level that you are not in the advantageous position. So why would you look at me like you are crazy when I tell you that you need to unify or die? You need to create your own law enforcement. You need to create individuals who are working together to police your own neighborhoods. Because guess what? If you had your own army, if you had your own task force, when that task force come to your community, that task force outside of your task force, and they know that you train, they know that you in shape, and they know that you stand on principles, guess what they do? They don't treat you the same way. See, they have the position of authority and power because guess what? They are trained to work together. And when you're trained to work together, guess what you can do? You can move how you want. You can move and make decisions that have no consequences.